investigation tool. So it's like I just have a doubt of like how to reach the customers and uh, like marketing oriented or something like. So I just need an overview of how to do that.
So, what phase is your product in right now? Do you have an MVP? And what stage is the product in before I talk more about how you can get to customers?
Okay, okay. Actually, it's almost done. It's like 90% done. It's like until reporting, like everything have to be, like everything is in the proper order. But it's not on online. Like it's not in anywhere published. It's just in the project folder. But it's everything is like backend coding is everything is done.
Okay.
Just need to showcase somewhere.
Okay, I would say if you're looking for your first round of users, the best way is to cold DM people on LinkedIn who you think work with the agencies that you think would
Mm-hmm.
be the target audience. Reach out to them and see if they would like to use your product.
Okay.
Give them a short pitch on LinkedIn about your product and how it would be useful to them, not how it would be useful to you, because that will prompt them to go ahead and try the app. And ask them to
Okay.
give like a short two to three bullet point feedback on what they think about your product. And I think that
Okay.
would be the first way to get your product out there. And the next step would be to publicize it even more. Could be a lot of marketing tools, but I think at the stage that where you are right now, it will be useful to get a very small
Mhm.
people respond to you on your product.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true. Yeah. Okay.
So I'm thinking just LinkedIn DM people, or you can go on like just Google businesses and search for forensic companies who would be your
Mhm.
target audience and see
Okay.
if you can email them and get some feedback from them.
Okay. Okay. Got it. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's the thing I just wanted to ask.
And do you have any background in forensics? How did you get into?
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. Actually, I'm doing PhD in forensics, digital forensics, and I had done my masters in digital forensics in UK. So I'm currently working in forensics company only. It's related to cybercrime investigations. So
okay,
I'm like kind of using all the forensics tools, whatever is available on the internet. So at one point of time, I just decided to create my own so that it will be useful for me. But I'm just thinking like how it would be if I'm publishing it to the world. So I'm just thinking about that. First I had a thought of creating it for my own use only. So
okay.
now I'm just curious to. Yeah.
This is a very interesting space that you're in, and you're looking
Okay.
for your first round of users, right? I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
this is also a very regulated industry. You can just
Mhm.
put up a LinkedIn post maybe and with a link to how they can access your product, and you might find people who are interested in it. And you can also test it out with your PhD advisors or other people in your
Mhm.
own department to see if they have any feedback for you.
Got it. Okay, okay. Should we give a demo or something like demo video or something in LinkedIn, or shall we allow the users to directly access?
It depends on how complicated your product is. If you feel
Mm-hmm.
like it is not very mental model friendly or it is not very easily accessible by the layman, then you might to give like a step-by-step instruction on how the users can access it, or demo video is even better because that's a more visual representation of your product. And you
Okay.
can also have like a GitHub page maybe and have a readme where you put in all the details of what your product is and how they can go about using it.
Okay. Okay. Got it. Okay.
Video that you put and people can just access it.
Okay. Okay.
But I really
Okay.
hope that this really works out for you and you get all the users that you want.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's really useful for me.
No
I will
problem.
do the other things.
Glad to have been able to talk to you.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. Nice to be able to
Yeah.
talk to you. Is your name Pratishtha?
Yeah, Pratishtha.
Okay, perfect. I am
Yes.
Anjana. Nice to see you.
Yeah, I checked out your profile on LinkedIn actually.
Okay,
So I'll talk about my idea. It's called Woshi Fit. So basically, it's Woshi is short for women centric fitness,
okay.
and it's basically a platform wherein we will connect all women. So there will be two sides of users. Basically, there will be maybe women trainers or nutritionists or like healthcare professionals like doctors, and then there will be users who will be needing their like services,
Mm-hmm.
and they will all be women, and it would be a platform wherein like you can book consultations, or you can just take in, for example, if somebody is planning for a weight loss or a weight gain journey, they can take in personalized recommendations from doctors or their trainers, and they get to like customize it as per their needs, coordinate with the trainers that they're connecting with, and each trainer can also offer their like each trainer will offer prices of their choice, and even the users will get the option to choose from the prices that they like.
Okay.
This is the mode basically, and
So,
another thing.
just to interrupt in between, as a user, I can choose the trainer I want to work with and then go to their price tiers and choose one.
Yes, and there will, of course, there will be different certain tiers. If a trainer wants, it can be, they can basically give in just a digital product wherein there will be just a journey of what to work, how to work out, and basically like a 6 month plan or 3 month plan. Or if they want, there will be another tier, like an upper tier for the personalized recommendation or the personalized plan.
Okay, okay,
And yeah, this is one part, and the other part that is there in Worship is basically it's mostly AI based. So what Worship will be doing is it will be taking an input from the user, the lifestyle, and
mm-hmm.
what they're planning to do, weight loss, weight gain, or muscle gain, or even if they are having certain hormonal conditions like PMOS or any other issues, mm, mm, any thyroid or anything like that. There's a data set that works beside behind it, and it will be giving out like personalized uh, meal plans, I'd say. So it will be giving personalized meal plans, and it will also fulfill like their dietary needs, their nutritional needs, and everything. And it will basically make them fit. And the idea that came out from is because I had a lot of deficiencies a while back.
Mm-hmm.
So I there wasn't like supplements weren't enough to fulfill it, to replenish the nutritional deficiencies. But I think with the proper diet, it had become better.
Got it.
And the only problem that I'm facing right now is I think during the onboarding workflow, when a user signs up,
Mm-hmm.
there is like a 10 step, like we need a lot of information to process that and to generate a meal plan. So there's a lot of information, like it's a basically 10 step system to fill out all the information. And I think it is creating like a lot of friction and resistance, and like users might drop out. That's one problem that I think is there.
Okay. So for this long onboarding flow is what you're trying to mention, right? Your 10-step process could be a long process for them to fill in before they actually end up in your main homepage. So what I suggest is take only the most important information that you would need. Again, it'll be up to you to like choose what would be the most important depending on what data you're using to then give them personalized recommendations, right? It could be just your age or gender, and then they go into the main page. The user can see what the options are that you're providing in terms of meal planning, meal prep, doctors, all of that. And then once they pick let's say, a targeted area of interest, then you can ask them more questions before they proceed. Because look, listening to what you're telling me, you have different kind of users. One who would be just interested in the AI data set, one who would be interested in maybe like personalized training plans or just self-learn workouts and stuff, right? So I think depending on what uh, they are interested in, you can then split the onboarding bit. Was I able to answer
Okay,
that
yeah.
question? Or you're looking for
Yeah.
something more specific?
No, I think I need to differentiate that out of the 10 steps that I'm taking in the information right now. I need to differentiate and like prioritize the ones that are of paramount importance, and like later on in different sections of the platform, I can take in the data later on.
Correct,
So I
because
think,
you wouldn't need information about are you vegetarian in the first onboarding flow if the person's just looking for workout
yeah.
information, right?
Yeah. And another thing that I think is, I don't know if it's fair or not, but I think once like a user signs up and a trainer is also signing up, it might be a possibility that they can connect outside of the scope of the platform. Like they might connect through social handles. Like a lot of trainers and doctors as well run their services through social handles as well right now.
I think that part is going to be inevitable even if you allow them or not. Don't allow them because they might see the trainer's name and then they'll for sure check them out on Instagram or other profiles, right? So that is going
Yeah.
to happen no matter what the product is. But ideally, you would want to keep them within your own product and not let them go outside because that's where your revenue lies if you're trying to monetize this product.
Yeah, like there are a lot of levels to it as well. So like once there are doctors, there are traders, that's where the revenue comes from. It's like a freemium model, and then we'll also be onboarding the I would say the pathology labs that are present. So because for these deficiencies and everything, tests are need to be conducted a lot.
Mhm.
So we can also recommend pathology labs to go and just get tested out of there and have like a booking system as well, so that you don't have to take an appointment from outside. You can just book it from the platform and go there just to give out the test.
Okay,
That
okay.
is
All of this sounds great, but one thing I'd like to tell you is have a clear differentiator from what AI itself, like say Claude or ChatGPT, can do for you, and make your product very different enough so you don't have to compete with what just a normal AI engine can give you. Because otherwise, people will just use Claude or ChatGPT to
yeah,
get personalized recommendations with their reports and stuff.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think that's it for now. I think you've answered a lot of my questions. The one that I had was the most important was the onboarding workflow, which was very lengthy. I think that I'll optimize it, and yeah, I think for now I'm good. Thank you so much.
Perfect. Sounds good. Nice meeting
Yeah,
you.
thank you. Bye bye. Have a nice
Bye.
day.
So, hello. Hi, Shreya. I think you're.
Hello, hi, ma'am.
Oh,
Yes,
no.
hi.
Anjana is okay.
Oh, okay, Anjana. Hi, Anjana. So
Hello.
basically, what we are building is, it's a feed brain, which is actually kind of a what you can say is it's how do I explain it? Basically, you in your daily lives, you consume content
Mhm.
and everything, like uh, any reel or any YouTube video or anything like
Mhm.
that, right? So what it does is it extracts the content and retrieves the useful things for us. So we were on the initial stage of building, and we were thinking about how to exactly build this, because the main problems comes in of permission and privacy. Like people would not want that app or a browser extension is going like in the back end, always working and checking their stuff and all. So
Mhm.
we would like to get your insights on that. Like, what do you think? How should we build on that?
So you're trying to say that with the content that all of these influencers or content creators are putting up, they might have some links to their Amazons or like product links, and you want to extract the links for people.
No, 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 no. Like we consume content in our daily lives, right? And our
Mhm.
retention power is not that much that we can retain that memory.
Correct.
So what happens is, like, we saw a kind of a video or resource a long time
Mhm.
ago, but we forget the details of it. so
Right.
what so what feed brains do is that they extract the information. Well, like,
Mhm.
for suppose, I watched some video on maybe backend technologies or maybe some AI related video. So it extracts that I have watched this and this is the context of it. And if I search months later that
Mhm.
what was the what I had did in these implementations and all, so it would extract all these order that information and give it to me. And
Got it.
so, yeah, so we were trying to understand that how should we build it. Like, we are confused in, like, should we build a app with a toggle function, like when we keep it on, it will extract the information, and when we keep it off, it will not be allowed to do that. So
So I think the whole concept of privacy comes in if you're reading through resources of paid or subscribed websites, or like for example Substack. You'll have to pay some money to be able to view what people are posting, and you don't want to take all of that information and keep and publicize it. So if as long as the user is using it just for his own understanding and not recreating that data and publicizing it somewhere else, it is okay. So this is more of a like user ethical usage kind of an issue here, and mostly not privacy. So I think it'll be very useful if you clarify it to the users before they even start using the product, that all of this is just for personal use and not for, you know, recreating this and putting it across as their thoughts and information. And in case they try to like public publicly share it, then you must have some controls in place before they can share it.
okay. So, like, what would you suggest about, like, we have less time, we have time for this hackathon. So, should we go for the app idea or should we go with a browser extension?
I feel like from just my perspective of trying to learn, I do most of my learning on my laptop because it's easier for me to like have a bigger screen size and have more interactivity with the device. So I think a browser extension would be more helpful than an app. App would be your second phase.
Okay.
So as a
And
first phase, it could be like a browser extension that you use on Chrome or Safari or whatever you're using.
okay. And do you have any other suggestions, like how should we think about the user perspective and other things as well?
I think it'll be very useful to have like user personas or clearly mention out who your target audience are. It could not be just one person, it could be a wide range of people, and make it very clear as to what the needs and wants of each of the user group that you're designing for or creating the product for will be. And also, it's important to see how you can measure the success of your product by the end of it. So, how do you know that your product is providing value to people, or what metrics would you use to measure that? Okay, so
um,
the kind of metrics, if you can define beforehand, or at least while you're building the product, would be useful for you yourself to keep yourself accountable as to if the product is working or not.
so basically what I think is that retention power is a universal issue nowadays, because we have ample amount of content in our daily life, but retention is very less. we
Mm-hmm.
tend to we tend to consume so many content in our daily life, but the retention power is so less that comparatively. So
I like the idea that you're trying to solve or the problem. I think it's real. And I'm also thinking if, because we consume more content on the phone and not on the laptop.
Yes, exactly. That is why our main confusion is that should we go for the app idea or should we continue with the browser extension?
This could be, and you just want to build a basic MVP, or how detailed are you going to go into this?
Mm, okay, can
I mean,
you?
you mean just a basic version of the product, right? Just to show for the
Yeah,
hackathon.
yeah.
I think this again depends on your user group, I would say, and I wouldn't be able to give you an exact answer. But thinking of it in this way that you will consume more content on the phone than on the laptop, I'm leaning more towards having some way to integrate it with your phone now.
Okay. Any other insights you would like to give?
Other insights could be, so I like this whole concept. So let's say that I'm on Instagram and I want to retain a piece of content. It'll be easier for me to send or share that reel or something to the app.
Hmm.
Like,
Okay, but the thing is like obviously there are thing like you can bookmark your content on Google, you can
Mhm,
save it on GitHub as well, but the things come in is the retention. After months later, if you have 2000 saves in your Instagram, you how would you check a particular video or a particular reel? So the main thing comes out that, and what we are unable to understand is or solve is right now is that how should we proceed through that, like what would be the best way to solve this problem? Is it the browser extension? Obviously many people do use laptops for their learning.
mhm,
And is it the phone? Because most people spend almost their day on phone,
mhm,
like
mhm.
obviously Instagram, YouTube, and other things as well. This
One
thinking
thing,
we are
maybe just an idea that came up in my head, is try and categorize the kind of learning material they have. Let's say AI or backend or just lifestyle or whatever you're trying to learn. Categorize all the different content that you have, so that forces them to be more mindful of what they're trying to learn. And you can give them reminders and be like, you have 200 remaining pieces of content that you have not gone through yet and not
visited.
yeah, so I think that bit of it is more about the user experience and not more of what you can do on the back end in terms of how well your technology works.
Okay, okay, thank you so much.
No problem. I'm not sure how much I was able to answer all of your questions, but this sounds like a product that people would actually like to use. And good luck to you guys for the hackathon.
Thank you so much. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Huh. Yeah. Hello. Yeah.
Hello, hi, nice to see you.
So our idea is called AI Blind Spot, and it is an AI-powered SaaS platform that helps teams identify very important problems, risks, and opportunities they are overlooking by analyzing their existing data, such as customer feedback and then meeting transcripts, support tickets, and support tickets, product roadmaps, surveys, and analytics. Now, instead of simply summarizing what a team already knows, the AI connects information across different sources to detect gaps. For example, when dozens of customers report an onboarding issue, um, the team's roadmap and meeting never addresses it. Each detected blind spot is supported by evidence and given a priority score, helping teams understand not what they're discussing, but what they should be discussing and why. So basically, like the MOM, they can read out and then.
Okay, I have a few questions because just to understand what your product is a little more. How will what the teams are discussing in meetings and what the customer feedback is? How will you correlate both of them?
Uh, I would 1 second.
Mhm.
I'll ask my team also.
Because I'm guessing that if you have to know what teams are discussing in meetings, then you should have access to their like call recordings and stuff. So I'm thinking if I don't know what the
I
what
mean,
they are
we
discussing.
can basically, it's like an AI, so they'll be downloading it on their platform. No, so if I am having a meeting, so it will have all my meeting notes and my agenda and everything in the company database. And then when I'm having the meeting, and then the team is listening, and then whatever is in the transcript, and it can use that data and the current like data that they are talking about, and then they'll match the numbers and everything. And if there's a like problem, I think then they can communicate कि, okay, this was discussed in the meeting and I think these all are the points that you missed or is it wrong, so you
Got
should.
it. So based on customer feedback that you're getting from multiple sources, you'll check if that kind of aligns with what the
Mhm.
meeting notes have, right?
So basically customer feedback by any feedbacks they gave through our forms and all that way also.
Mhm. The idea is great, but I feel like in a real life situation or like if you work in organizations, you will kind of understand
Mm.
that all the product decisions are not really based on customer feedback. They have a lot of other things that come into picture in terms of leadership, in terms of what uh, the higher leadership want to work on. And it's not usually based on customer feedback. It could be based on what the results were this quarter, or I'm saying that there are multiple factors that then then influence what is spoken about in meetings and what the roadmap looks like for the future. It's not entirely based on customer feedback. So I'm thinking you might have to uh, work on the initial idea a little more and refine it.
Also, one more idea we had, like basically it's about like a WhatsApp sales agent. So currently everybody has a website, or not even a website. If somebody don't have a website, but now in the age of AI, everybody is building website through Claude and all,
Mhm.
but it looks like a Claude. But many places, like even Abhi, like in jewelry sector, in clothing sector, many people don't have a website, they have a WhatsApp catalog. In
Mhm.
India at least, many people have a WhatsApp catalog and they're comfortable more on it. Even if we try to sell them a website that's very cheap, but they don't want to manage that, they have a WhatsApp catalog and they are very like friendly on, and manufacturers, mostly manufacturers. So for that we can create like a WhatsApp sales agent. Even if they have a catalog, they get like repeated same orders ki hi can inquiry, same like same pieces, like they have a
Mhm.
limited
Mhm.
50 piece stock. So they have like a limited 50 piece stock ke liye everybody asks like this piece, this quantity, and how much. So they are just doing this manual thing again and again, they are typing to everybody same. So we can like create a chatbot like, is this available? And then they can check that if the delivery partner is available to that particular, let's say Bangalore mein, if I'm asking for a product, that I want this much product for this much quantity, and I wanted to deliver it to the Bangalore. So the
Mhm.
AI will check all these things, connect to the like real time data, and then check my inventory with my connected catalog, and then it can tell
Mhm.
directly to the customer. So it's like I'm not wasting my time telling that. It will be a like online sales agent. So that's also another idea.
This is a great idea, and if I'm not wrong, I'm not really sure about this. Don't count me on it, but I'm thinking that something like this already exists with WhatsApp Business.
WhatsApp business. I have WhatsApp business, and I don't think it's just AI catalog. It's just AI chatbot, like normal chatbots there are, but not like
Okay.
this. They don't connect the inventory and like the businessman and the like they don't eliminate the business person's chat in between.
Got
So
it. So I think it'll be nice to build this as an additional like WhatsApp add-on because this will
yeah,
be a part of the WhatsApp ecosystem itself, right? Or you'll
mm-hmm.
have to create a different like external AI.
Different apps won't make sense because people will not be doing
Correct.
that.
So it just makes more sense to make it an extra feature on WhatsApp itself with this AI
Mm-hmm.
cataloging. I think that's a great idea. I think more viable and better than the first one that you were talking to me about.
Yeah, because I think this is more workable also. Similar to this, that like AI can help us decide the outfits if that's not already discussed with somebody. I think that's also a
Mhm.
good idea. Like where we can help, like people know they have some clothes, they have some jewelry pieces, they know what they're going, so they can type out, "Okay, I'm going to a cocktail party and I have this outfits available. What do you think I can wear?" So the AI can mix and match and tell them, "Okay, according to different sources around Pinterest and Instagram, I think this would look nice." So that's also another
And
idea.
this will work as a different app also. But the first one that you mentioned with WhatsApp, it'll be an integrated one with WhatsApp. Second one could be standalone app that
Mhm.
works for your
So
outfit
which is
selection.
better and doable? What do you think? Like the dressing suggestion or the WhatsApp one?
I think I would then come down to what the hackathon focuses on. I'm not sure of what the criteria is for the winning team. Are
Mm-hmm.
you judged based on how difficult your idea is, how well built out your app is?
I
So
think
just
how nicely we have done it basically, and like how nicely we have built the thing, and I think
okay, I,
workable
I feel like
doable.
if you have the confidence in your backend team and if they can actually put together a good AI app for all of your outfits, that would be a great thing to explore.
And,
And WhatsApp business thing, because it's already a part of WhatsApp and it's not a different entity, that might come on second place.
hmm. But it is possible for us to launch anything on WhatsApp business though, because I'm not sure if like even if we make it like, but I don't think WhatsApp will integrate because it will be from
Yeah,
WhatsApp.
that's why this is on the second place.
Maybe
And
a
the
useless thing if even if we make it, but it will not be useful. So I think that cuts out the thing, no? Because
correct.
if it's not implementable, then what's the point of making it?
And you'll have to make some strong cases against why you chose the AI clothes selection app because you can give reasons as to we have so many younger population in India and all of them care too much about. So just give a strong case as to why you would advocate for this one to be a good product.
Okay, understand. Thank
Thank
you.
thank you.
Hi,
Hello, hi Netra. Nice to see you.
hi, ma'am. So we are building a community-focused social platform, like where people can discover communities based on their interests and form meaningful conversations or
Okay.
connections, rather than just consuming, algorithmically curated feeds.
Mm-hmm.
So our biggest question is like, in a world where people already have Instagram, Reddit, Discord, and all such communities, like how do we draw them to our platform?
So that would be a good question. Like you're asking me about what a differentiator would be for your own product, right?
Yeah.
So there could be multiple ways to do this. First could be that you create a niche for yourself because it's easy to get people who are interested in a certain field. Because if you keep it really broad, let's say this is just an app for anybody under the sun, and you have people from different backgrounds, different, and that will be harder for you to handle as a team from the back end, right? So let's say that you have a run club app, a community for run club people. I feel like you can build it part by part. You start with a small niche. Once you have traction with that, then you use that to get more people from other communities.
Okay. So our basic idea was like we form constellations. Like that was our inspiration.
Okay.
Like each person is like a star, and then they go on forming communities, and then so the constellation forms. So the
Mhm.
whole thing is like a galaxy, and then you go on making meaningful connections, you go on growing, you go on making bigger constellations. So, like, if we limit it to a niche, then, like, I feel like we might be diverting ourselves from the main idea.
Got it. Like the whole idea of constellations and keeping all of your connections together and just growing your network sounds really great when you told it. But I'm thinking of how viable this would be in real life. You know, because you realize that people connect on some relatability aspect, right? And if you want to keep expanding your network, there should be something that connects you to one person to the other person. So I'm trying to understand who would be your user group, like who are your target audiences, and can you be very specific about who you're trying to design the app for?
Um, Well, we first thought about student groups. Like many students like us, there are so many opportunities like hackathons, student
Mhm.
ambassador programs, fellowships, and all. So most of them like they miss out from these
Got it.
opportunities. So even I missed out from these opportunities. So we thought
Mhm.
of connecting such peoples, and they can easily share their knowledge or such opportunities on a common platform.
So this is a niche that you mentioned, right?
Yeah. Okay.
This itself, when you think of it, is a niche of students who want to look out for more opportunities. So this makes sense. Let's say, like, put my whole family in one group, like my parents, my grandparents, me, and my cousins who are younger to me. All of them need one relatability factor, which is hard to find and make a community among all of these people.
Okay.
Right? So you need one single thing that connects me all of them, and then they can form conversations based on that. And you can have, like, if you expand the app, you can have multiple groups and make them create different groups. It's like almost like Discord, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And Discord has people from everywhere,
Yeah.
but then they have their groups within themselves that share what they want to share. And I would again think of this as, come up with a statement or a problem statement as to what exactly you're trying to solve, like a 1 minute pitch of what your product is, or not what your product is, but what the problem is.
Okay.
And in that pitch, don't have anything about what your product is.
Okay.
Just show people what is it you're trying to solve, because that itself will show them how important your product is. And then talk about your solution. And
Okay.
while brainstorming for all of this, also think about who your target audience will be. That will then give you a clear idea of what you should be creating for them.
Okay. Yeah. Got it. Thank
I
you.
haven't given you like clear direction as to what you need for your product, but this is
Yeah.
just general for anybody who wants to work on something of their own.
Yeah. Yeah. I got it.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Bye.
No problem. Bye. Good luck.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hi, ma'am. I'm Anuradha from Ladybug Teams. Um,
Sorry, is your name Radha?
Yes, I'm
I am
Anuradha
having
from.
some difficulty being able to listen to you. Could you just maybe speak louder or?
Okay, let me tell you.
Mhm.
We are building an AI productivity tool,
Mhm.
and it's named Laton. It's actually work. Uh, Most of the people face problem like uh, sorry, the problem we are trying to solve is that people often have things they really want to do, but they don't know where to start due to many reasons. That reason can be procrastination, they feel stuck and have no guidance. So our app will help to light up uh, their path, to clear their path by breaking down their uh, bigger intention into smaller steps.
Okay.
Are you getting?
Sorry.
Are you getting my point? What
Yeah,
I'm
yeah, I
saying?
understand what you're saying. Hmm.
So the biggest difference is that we are not treating unfinished work as simply as overdue task. We are trying to understand why the user is not working forward. So my question is that do you think the problem is clear or valuable?
I think the problem is very, very clear. I can tell you what I understood is that people usually procrastinate on tasks that they have to do, but your app or your product gives them a step by step way on how they can accomplish the task and make bigger tasks seem small by simplifying it with steps. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. It's very clear to me.
Uh, so for Latin, should we build a web application or mobile application for the hackathon? Which would make more sense for our users?
So that depends on who your users are. Um, can you give me an example of three people who
We
would
are
be using your app?
uh, they can be students who are
Hmm.
preparing for their interviews.
Okay.
Uh, they can be any employee who works in a company and want to switch to another. They have no any they have no much time
Hmm.
to prepare for that. So it can help them to uh, for students who for school students who wants to use the app. Uh,
As a homework assistant?
yes.
Okay, school students, employees, this is for anybody who has any task in their mind, right?
Yes.
Okay, I think looking at all of the user groups that you have mentioned, it looks like all of them have access to mobile phones, and that's the easiest way to access uh, an app for in terms of productivity. So I think
App.
mobile app can be the first way to start, and then as a phase two, you can go into web app or browser extension.
Okay. Okay. Uh, so there are already many productivity and task management apps. What should we focus on to make Latin different?
Okay, so for this, I would not be able to give you a clear-cut answer, but I can tell you how you yourself can go about finding that. First step is to get a list of 4 to 5 or 5 to 6 productivity tools out there. And this is called market analysis, or create a sheet of all the apps you choose and all the things that they do well and they don't do well. So it could be their onboarding flow, it could be the main differentiators, it could be something that they are excelling at and their price models, and make a whole list of whatever you observe from all of these apps, and then see what is missing from them.
Okay. Okay. I get it. Do you think our make it smaller feature is strong enough to be our main differentiator?
So I, again, that depends on what the other existing apps have right now.
Yes.
I'm not sure if all of them have the same feature or not. If it doesn't, then this is going to be a great value add-on. If not, okay, let's say that if other apps also have the same feature, then you can see as to how you can make this feature stand out more than what the other competitors are doing.
Okay, I get it.
And it'll also be nice in your pitch, in your final presentation or something, to make it clear that how you have done some analysis of what is available in the market and what you can do differently for your app.
Okay, I get it. Um, Thank you, ma'am.
No problem.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
Ma'am, actually, our Ma'am, actually, our product idea is we are designing an application which will be supporting a safer route rather than going with a faster route. Because whenever we use any navigation tool, it
Mm-hmm.
offers us faster route, which gives us fastest way to reach our destination. But we
Mm-hmm.
want that if I want to reach a destination and I am okay with being 2 to 3 minutes late, I want to reach that destination as safe as possible. Our
Mm-hmm.
application also includes feature where user add pictures and feedbacks of like if there is street light is working or not, if is there a small accident occurred or something like that, or if there isn't any traffic. At the same time, we had an feature where we named that it as a safe havens where something like pharmacy which are open for 24/7 or hospitals which are open for 24/7 and other things
Mm-hmm.
which are safer. For example, if I'm being followed, I would rather choose to go a place with more crowded area rather than scattered place where there is no one or light are not working. So
Yeah.
something like that feature is also over there. At the same time, there is also feature which is like I am being tracked, where if I use that button, my location will go to my all the emergency contact numbers and 911 or any number emergency number which is available for that country's particular pin code. Safe haven gives three alternative ways rather than one fastest way. Because, for example, if I want to go as fast as possible, I can choose that. If I want to choose something 2 to 3 minutes less faster, I can choose that or any other way. It has rating on it like 96 point out of 100 safer or 86 point something than 100 safer, something like that. But I am
Mm-hmm.
facing a problem that because we are allowing user to give us review and information if that place is good or not sometimes. So
Okay.
how can we verify it, like if it's genuine or not? I thought of an idea if we can verify if that user has like their current location over there only, so that it makes more genuine of an review. I don't know if you will be able to understand.
Oh, I think you're trying to say that how do you verify that user given input is actually
Yep.
genuine or not, and how will you, yeah, verify it from your end, right?
Yep.
So that's uh, going to be. Have you seen this app on not app, the feature on Google Maps where let's say you have a police on your road, and then after you cross it, and you see a pop up asking, "Do you see police there?" You can click on yes, no, or I don't know.
Yep. I know. So,
Right? So you can have something like that. Let's say a person is traveling on the way, and he sees and you see that the person's location is right there. You can ask some pop-up saying, hey, did you s- is you do you think it is safe? So instead I would say reverse the order in which things happen. If you see the person is there in that location, then you give them a pop-up asking, do you think it is safe or not?
okay. And another thing is, like, as I told you, I literally went all the way, like, in different ways to make you understand what my product is. But while I want to pitch to judges, I want to make it
You want to make it,
and
sorry?
clear and impactful.
Okay,
So
okay.
I don't know how am I supposed to do that.
Yeah, this is sometimes tricky because it's all about storytelling and how you portray a product to people. So I would suggest giving them, and how much time do you have to do this?
I don't have an idea to be very honest.
Okay, let's say that you have 15 minutes to for the whole pitch. I would say start with some real numbers as to how many incidents in terms of women's safety or road safety has happened in the last year in India and across the world. So just first step is to make them intrigued about what the real problem is and show them the depth of what the issue is you're trying to solve. Next thing would be your final solution. So after you say the problem, jump into the solution. Give them like very key differentiators of what your app or product does, and then it will be nice if you could show like a video demo of what the product would look like.
Like as a makeup product, it's a bit difficult and different from Google Maps because when we use Google Maps, it's like simpler than we use it. But because it has a lot of features in it, it's kind of hard to understand sometimes. Even I am a developer, sometimes like when I opened it for the first time as a user, I feel like there are so much of things going on in there. And if I am an user, I would just back off, even though I know there are so much of benefits of using it. So how should I make it more interactive for the user?
So you mean that the app that you are building feels like there's a lot more going on there and it might deter users from using your app. Is that correct?
Yes.
I think for all of this, it all comes into like information overload and how much you want to display over there. The easiest flow of what I can think of from an initial just ideation perspective is just go on there and make it very clear that this is going to be a safe route, or in the onboarding itself you ask them about what is of peak interest for them. Is it to reach home safe or other reasons they might have to use your app? Once that's done, maybe you can have like just enter the address of the place you would like to go to, and then you can ask them to pick you want the safest, fastest, or what kind of route you want, and then give them that route.
Our app gives like three alternative navigation routes based on the ratings. User can choose on their own if they want a fastest route or safest route or intermediate one.
Correct. So this is a very simple user flow, and I would say don't complicate it in terms of the UI.
Any other insight you would like us to know, like because this is, to be very honest, my first time I'm actually building something this much of
Hmm.
real, so I don't know how should I
But
approach
I
this
feel
and
like
all.
the idea itself is very good, and people would. I would love to use the product if I was back in India and if I had to find a safe way back home. Um, it all the idea perspective is all great. Execution, I'm sure you'll be able to do it. But from presentation perspective, I would say keep the UI as simple as possible and don't overload the things that you want to show. And it could also be progressive disclosures, or as they go deeper into the app, then you can reveal more information. Don't try and show everything that you have on the homepage itself.
Okay, ma'am, thank you. That was really meaningful. Like, to be very honest, thank you very much.
No problem. All the best. Good luck. Hello, hi there.
Oh, it's me. Hi, ma'am.
Hello, nice to see you.
Nice to see you too, ma'am. So I have exams tomorrow.
Oh no.
Prepare.
All the best for that. I hope you do well.
Thank you, ma'am.
What is
So
your
are we
idea
discussing
for
the app idea which I
that?
am going for that? So I planned like a space astronaut, like that space genius plus. That's where in space astronauts face multiple harsh conditions also, where like multiple radiations and also micro zero gravity which hits their body and doesn't have the own ability to regain that thing, kind of like that. Like have used like NASA data we can use there. Like genes I have used, especially SD8456 data that helps, which repairs the DNA and controls the tumor growth over there. Have
Mm-hmm.
this kind of concept.
So, just to be clear, what is the problem you're trying to solve?
The problem is like in harsh conditions where the zero gravity for astronauts,
Mm-hmm.
they receive different radiations also.
Correct.
So by that factor, the body hits different mechanism inside it. We don't know what goes inside our body and what the DNA and the any tumor growth happens over there.
Uh-huh.
So my dashboard is like analyze the genes data, like synergic genes it comes,
Okay. Okay.
which that triggers many stronger or like any dangerous reactions happens when up and downs goes like that.
Okay. To me, from the basic knowledge I have about what you explained, it seems more of a medical problem or something that doctors would be able to help. And if your product can help assist doctors in any way, then that would be great. But very honestly, I don't really, I have to do more research on what the genes that you mentioned are or how to then assist doctors. But again, to give you a baseline idea, just be sure of what the problem is you're trying to solve, be sure about who your target audience is, and then see how you can help them.
So what you're expecting me, you want to change or you want?
Oh, not don't change anything that you're doing, but just come up with a better way to explain what you're doing to the judges or audience when you go on next. So start in terms of the problem you're trying to solve, talk about the users who would benefit from your product the most, and then talk about your solution.
My users are like NASA's only, ma'am. NASA's and better low key users who can just help them for them who are going for larger space of moon or Mars. If they're long period of time, this would be helping for them. Like kind of even I have like kind of research papers also for this.
Okay, that's great talking points then for your presentation if you have it at the end. So talk about your research papers, what you found from them, and how your product can benefit from it. And also talk about have like a video demo if that's possible. So it's more visual and more interactive for judges to go through it, if that's something that you can do with your product. But do you have
Oh.
any other specific questions which I'd be able to answer apart from the technicalities of what the product needs to be made on?
Okay, mainly where the I'll be like you need kind of website or an app that depends on me, right? Dashboard, however
That
you are
depends
going
on
to.
your users, actually. Like, what is most comfortable for them to use? Would they be using it when they're outside somewhere, when they're not at home? Should it be fast accessible, or should it be like they come back home, they open their laptop, and is that when they want to view your product? So, if you know
That's
your
all.
users and their use cases, then you'll have to do an app or a web app if based on what
Do
they
we
would.
have everything? There will be a demo video, right? I can just speak over there, or there will be an interaction section over
Oh, you can
presenting the.
definitely do that. Yeah, this was just a recommendation that it's completely up to you what you want to show in the end.
Okay, there's a both way video demo and interactive thing.
I just recommended video demo. I'm not sure of what they're expecting out of you, but I just said that it would be nice to show a video of it or at least live demo of your product.
That's it.
Sounds good. Good luck.
Thank you, ma'am.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, I'm audible.
Yes, I hear you well.
Okay, so ma'am, I'm from the team Neural Nova,
Mm-hmm.
and I have a question about my project. So I have built a Chrome extension named selected, and now I have to public it. But the problem is, if I'm doing this on the Google Chrome store, I have to pay for it. Otherwise, a user can download it from the GitHub, enable the developer mode, and can use the extension in their own devices. So since we just have to make an MVP, what do you suggest? What should I do? Like if we go with the paid option on the Google Chrome store, it takes 3 to 4 days for the approval and more for the new developers. So what do you suggest? What should I do?
So this can just be used on Google Chrome and no other browsers, like be it Brave, Mozilla, Safari. All of these require you to pay for it.
Yeah, it's free on the Microsoft Edge, but I think as we have to deploy it on the product hunt, so we have to gather the users as well. So I think the Chrome has more users than other browsers,
The which one?
that the Edge and Firefox. The
The
Chrome has more users.
Oh, I don't think you should be worried about how many users you'd be getting because this is just for MVP, and I'm sure the judges understand that this is paid, and as students, you would not be able to afford that. I feel it's very fair enough for you guys to go with the free option or do what is most viable for your product. If it is using Microsoft Edge, that's completely okay.
Right. Okay. So if we go with the Google Chrome, we can download it from the actually I have uploaded the project on GitHub, and there is an option of releases package. So once I made a package, the user simply download it from the GitHub and open it in the developers mode. Can I share the screen with you so that you can see?
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Just a minute.
And just an intro is that I don't come from web development or like any development background as such. So I don't know what kind of help you're looking forward to from me.
Right. So let me just share you, then we'll see. You can see the screen here.
Not yet. Okay, see something's changing, but I'm yet to see your screen.
uh, Now it's visible.
Nope,
It's visible on my
not.
side.
Oh yeah, I see it now. Yeah.
Okay, so the user just go here Chrome extensions, and
Mhm.
here load unpacked. Then
Okay.
the user just select the this one. By the way, this is the folder that I loaded here. It's the same folder that I release on the GitHub. So any user can download it from the GitHub and just load unpacked and upload the upload the package here, right?
Okay.
Upload the project here and
Got
open
it.
the developer mode. Once it's opened, you can open any website. For example, like I opened this website.
Mm-hmm.
So when I select the text, just a minute, here I see this extension.
Mm-hmm.
I enable it, select the language in which I want to translate my text. So I am selecting, for example, Urdu here. and the read aloud. There are two options. This is the premium option, where the user can use their paid API key from the 11 labs to for the more advanced features. But right now we are using browser built-in feature to read aloud the text. So I'll save the setting and simply do this. Now I have two options. First one is the translate option and the second one is the read aloud option. Once I select the translate option, it translates like तेजी से जदीद websites बनाए. It is the Urdu translation of rapidly built modern websites. So when I select read aloud,
Rapidly built modern websites.
so
Okay,
this is
that
how
was
it
nice.
works. So my question is, uh, should I leave it as it is, or should I go with the Edge or Chrome options?
I think for a hackathon, this is already good enough. We're not, you can clearly replicate this into other browsers as well. That's not a problem. But what I would say you focus on is how you portray whatever you've built and clarify, portray this with impact to the people who are judging all of this, that your product is actually worth using. You can also bring about some accessibility aspects into this and say that, this is useful like screen readers for people who are blind, and also show that to the judges.
Yeah, so the read aloud feature is basically for those people, or the people with like illiterate people.
Mm-hmm.
They once they open the website, some people don't understand what is actually written in the website, or sometimes the text is too small, or sometimes the color is too fade.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's difficult to read, so the read aloud feature is basically for that purpose.
Okay.
And the translate feature for like if I'm opening a website from some other country or some other region, so I feel difficult to translate it. Like I have to copy the entire text, then go to a separate translator to translate the text, and then I understand. So it
Mm-hmm.
saves the times and efforts, and it translates whenever what line you selected. It
Yeah.
translated and displayed
This
right
part
in
was
the.
very, very clear to me. One thing that you can also think of is how your product is different from the rest of the already available tools to translate text.
This is exactly that the rest of the tools allow you to you have to go to a separate website. Like they have made the websites for that, not a specific extension. So this is the extension where you can stay on that page and translate it on this on that specific page without moving into the separate page.
Okay, this is perfect. It'll be nice if you can include this also on your pitch, because I feel a normal question for people to have is how is this different from other translating
Right.
tools that we have on the market currently, right?
Right.
But this is great job. Kudos to you and your team on working for this.
Okay, so ma'am, what do you suggest? Now I do directly with the GitHub. Like I just show you how Chrome extensions go with
Mm-hmm.
user have to go with the and load unpacked package, और यहाँ पे आके फिर then they enable the
I don't feel
extension.
this is a very complex thing to do. I clearly understand how to use your extension, but
Yeah.
I would recommend having like a video recorded on
Hmm.
how they can learn to use your extension, and also have a README page that clearly explains the
Yeah,
process.
yeah. That's everything is completed on GitHub.
Yeah, I think apart from that, this is fairly easy to understand. I don't think you should be worried about how complex it looks for people.
Right.
It
So
looks great.
I don't have to deploy it like on the Chrome or Edge, right? I
Yes,
can leave.
I do not think so, but make it clear to the people judging this that you didn't deploy it because it was a paid way to do it.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Otherwise,
much.
this is great. Don't worry about deploying it.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Perfect. Good luck. Bye bye.
Okay. Bye. I love you.
Hi,
Hello.
Anjana.
Hi, nice to see you.
Hi, I'm Payal. Hi,
Payal?
nice to see you too. Actually, yes, I'm Payal. And actually, Anuradha joined earlier, but she wasn't able to share her screen, and I wasn't available at that time because our Wi-Fi is having some problems. So, really sorry for that.
No, it's okay.
So,
No
yeah,
worries.
I just wanted to ask. Yeah, I want your honest feedback on this. So basically, what we are building is an AI productivity tool, sort of. So, like, you have something to do, like, you have a task or an intention, and you're stuck there. So, what it can do is it can, direct you to your next smallest step so that you can start.
I
Like, some
think
people
there
just
was
have
a
trouble
person
to
who
start.
was here. Sorry to cut you off in between, but there was a
Yes,
person.
Anuradha.
No, I'm not
Yeah,
sure of her name. I'm
yeah,
sorry, but
that's what I was.
okay, okay. No,
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah,
Go
yeah.
ahead.
Anuradha was there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I told you I wasn't able to join due to the internet connection. Anuradha is the team leader. So I have like built it's a very basic MVP for now. And I wanted to ask for your honest feedback if it is something like, that is okay for a hackathon, or is it like it needs some sort of improvement. So
Mm-hmm.
would it be okay? Would you like to see?
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
Just
Try
give
your
me a
screen.
second. Okay. Just give me a second. Okay, can you say it?
Not yet.
Okay. It is showing that sharing this tab to streamyard.com.
Okay.
Can you say it now?
I think it's loading. Just give it a
Are you
few
able
minutes.
to see it?
Yeah, I see it now. Mm-hmm.
Okay, okay, okay. Okay, so basically, let's say I want to apply for an internship. Like, it's basically like you do on to-do lists, but what you do is sometimes you just forget about it. You leave it because you are just not able to start. And basically, so like let's say I want to. You basically just dump your raw thoughts here
Okay,
for
okay.
internships, but my resume is not ready yet. Okay, so I mean this is a very simple thing, but yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'll
Okay,
just have this example in my mind right now. So
got it.
basically, okay, so it shows you the blocker that could be like, you know, and then the next smallest step. So open the document with your most recent resume, and then you can either like if it is a very, it still feels like a huge task to you. You can make it smaller, or you can like just begin with this step, and then when you click here, so this is you can add a deadline. So basically there are a lot of features which are yet to be added here, like notifications and everything for
Mm-hmm,
deadline and
mm-hmm.
urgent tasks. And let's say if I click I have done this, so it says one small step taken, the next slide is when you want it. So either you can like, you can still ask for the next small step, or you can just do the intention is complete. There are many other options also, like I want to begin prepare for my science. Let's say I am waiting on something, so it will move it to a waiting list, and then you can bring it back according to, it just doesn't get deleted from there. There are some things, and then there is a reflect part here. So based on your energy level, let's say you have a lot of tasks and you're feeling of low energy.
Mm-hmm,
It's
mm-hmm.
not made yet, but I hope you get my idea. So
Yeah, yeah,
let's
I
say I
understand
have,
the point.
yeah, let's say I have low energy, so it will pick one task from my, active intentions, and like suggest me like you could start here with this task, and then you can get a weekly reflection. I mean this is just very, there are a lot of things which I have to add. So just I just want your honest feedback, like does it seem like I mean a good idea for a hackathon, or is there something like we can improve? We have a lot
Mm-hmm.
of things in mind, but
Can you show me what where the
I
wait
just
list
not
would
able.
do? Okay, the waiting environment. That's where your wait list items would drop into.
Yes, 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 yes.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing is resting right now. Yeah, we can
Mm-hmm.
add it here like this.
Got
biggest
it. But
thanks
I
to them.
think the whole idea makes complete sense to me, and the execution is also really good. I like how you have kept the interface not too clunky. It's clearly conveys what it is supposed to do to me. So good job on that. I love the idea. Something that I can just think of from me being the user and me using this is, let's say I
Mm-hmm.
give your same prompt of I want to start building on my resume, and I feel
Yeah.
like different people can have different approaches to this, and so
Yeah.
it'll be nice to, like, let's say if AI gives me an approach that I'm not very comfortable with, there could be like
Yeah. So
a
custom
redo
thing,
feature.
could
Mhm.
there be anything?
Sorry, there could be a redo or
Sorry, can
reiteration
you?
of this feature.
Okay, 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 okay.
Maybe because I don't want to, or
Okay.
it would also be nice.
Redo feature, like, can you explain about it again? Like
Mhm.
your voice got
So have
cut
you
off.
seen how you use ChatGPT or Claude, and if it gives you a response, you can, if you don't like its response, you can ask it to
Just
give a response again,
no,
or like reframe.
I'm not able to hear you.
Can you hear me any better now? Hello.
Just yeah. If I don't like the response,
If you don't like the response, it'll be nice to reprompt it, or say, or get some feedback from your for yourself saying, I
uh,
don't like the response, or I like
Anjana,
the
I'm
response.
really sorry. I'm not able to hear you.
Um,
Hello.
will it be useful if I type it out in the
Oh
chat?
my God, is it the internet connection again?
Is anybody else able to hear me?